Alright. So can you hear me? I'm starting recording. Can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen and I can hear you.
Thank you. So let's begin the session. So, pertaining to what we discussed last week, in, we I come here to show you how I navigate how this market is all the time, right? So this session is to show you how I navigate the market on a daily basis. And this has been done over this is how I navigate the market all the years, right? There's always something price tends to do per time, per session, per day, right? So in having that understanding, based on any asset, based on any pair, the logic still remains the same, right? And just a brief logic so that explains how market tends to move, right? Like I said, the basic understanding, I think I was talking about more of um, how price move from session to how price move from the flowers, understanding how the flowers and the, and how price tends to repeat itself on basically on the flowers, right? So let me see. So how price tends to repeat itself on the flowers. So I was explaining last week that yeah, what's based on the way I trade the forex market or anything called the financial market, I pay attention to what the let me just do a cap, right? This is something that I pay attention to every, let's say, day, pay attention to the what? The third candle. So it's a model I trade, right? Which my students understand the model very, very well. It's what price does do is to repeat each of the thing. Price tends to repeat cycle all the time. Tends to repeat cycle all the time, right? Tends to repeat a cycle of movements. And the reason why price tends to do that is because we cannot predict the forex market, right? Without is it we the market is on prediction. We cannot say okay, market has to do, but based on data, based on fact, based on technical skills, we can say okay, based on what price has done from data, we can okay, this is what price is going to do currently, right? And that's how the market has been doing for years. So the market involved, right? But the same logic still applies. So um, basically the third candle model, right? And from what I explained last week, I think the third candle model, the third candle is what the, is the third candle of the day, right? From what I mean is that we have what we have. I'm coming. Let me try to post this thing. Sorry, just a moment. Uh, from the you notice that from the candle coming. Just a moment. Notice that the candles we have for us to have a 24 hours of the day, we have to have 6 4 hours candle, right? And how this model works is it works from the 30 minutes and the 4 hours to the 30 minutes. We have our bias on the 4 hours. Our structure and models is being given to us on the 30 minutes. And basically, it makes it very easy. Like I will not say easy, but this is very, very to a simpler test that this is what price to do, right? Or this is what we're looking for. Not going down time frames, directional time frames, or going down to multiples scenarios whereby you are looking for price doing a structure or breakouts and stuff like that. Trying to cut those parts, you need to consider that price tends to do something at perception, right? Price tends to what gives you an entry, or price tends to move to surprise and social thing as right. So I'm coming. I'm sharing this on my WhatsApp. Yeah. So just shared it to my WhatsApp. So I said that okay, we have 6 hours candles, right? We have the first two of the day is called the what? Let me duplicate this. Um, and clone this. We have the first two Asia, which is called the Asia candle, right? So let me add the text to it. We have the two candle of the day is called the Asia. We have the second. We have the second candle of the day, which is associated as the section, right? So we have the London. We have the London, and we have what? We have the last one, which is called. Sorry, last one, which is called the New York session, right? The New York session. These are for us to have a complete 4 hours duration of the market, right? The complete cycle of the 4 hours, different time frames, like from the daily, just one candle that gives us a 24 hours. On the 1 hour candle, you should have 1 hour, 24 hours, right? In 24 candles, that's 24 candles. One, you have 6 candles that give us 24 hours, right? You have the share the two first candle of the day is the Asia, the two second candle of the day is the London, and the two third candle of the day is the last two is the New York, right? These are the candles that represent the 4 hours candle per day. And that what price tends to do every day. You can see any time frame. So understand this logic gives you okay. At a particular time, people trade this session, right? And they make money from this session. It gives you an expansion. People trade this session every on a daily basis, and it gives them expansion. And why people trade this session too on a daily basis, right? This session has a dynamics of our price moves past time, right? But understanding how for you to have a good trading experience, like over the time I've having good experience, I found out okay, for me, I'm not someone that like trading this based on my time zone currently on how I work. I don't like trade. I can't trade the Asia to this point. So I'm always active by this social time, by this third candle, right? We have the first candle, second candle, the third candle. So at this time, I'm most active. So how can I how can I put this at a point whereby sorry, how can I put this at a point whereby I have to what? I have to not be able to trade very well, right? So the third candle is where I pay attention to. That gives me a clue what the next two candles is going to do, right? The third candle, like the way I think, the third candle gives you an intention. So when dealing with the third candle, we have price giving you price. Okay, the third candle, it's what of the day gives you an intention of what price is going to do, right? Is going to do. That's the logic. So whatever price is trying to do next on this other point, it can be short process, but after that price has done that thing, the other thing price is going to do is to consolidate, right? Because in market structure, we have what we call the ranging market, which where price accumulates, right? We have the um uh we have the accumulation point, this ranging point. We have the normal structural point, which is buy price tends to what buy, right? we have the to sell, the other the price tends to sell. This is normal structure of market we have to do. Price tends to sell, right? So the top candle gives you an intention of what price is going to do. It's either price is going to buy, price is going to sell. And once don't do this both any of this intention, the next price action might just be sloppy before the next day comes in. And over time, it's been tested that way. Once there's a moment price tends to do on the third candle to the next candles, right, of the day, going to the New York session, because from this ending to going to the opening of the New York session around this point here, after price has turned to finish what it wants to do, the next thing is to consolidate to which is the comes in, right? This is all the basic things price understanding how candle works. So firstly, like let me just give an hint or open here. The two hints of the candle like I have on a PDF is that what price will continue its structure, right? That structure that for price test to continue a structure, right? The structure going is that is a pull trend, right? The main trend in or a reversal, right? So is that price is continuing that structure or price is what ending the current structure, end the current structure. Is that it's just like the structure we have is either normal bearish or bullish? Is that you end the current structure to give a new structure, right? A new structure, and it can be the main trend or it can be the main or reversal. So look at two things price the top tends to do. The two intention. The first intention is that it continues a structure, right? Which can be the main structure before like the pull trend, right? Or the reversal. So continue means that if price is giving a reversal, it means that and it's giving a sign I want to continue the reversal. It's either it continue that reversal or the pull trend is coming up and price is giving a signal that I want to continue the pull trend, right? Or the second intention is that it's either you end the current structure. It means that if price is buying or selling, price tends to end the buys, right? Then the sell is going to come in as what it can be a reversal or the pull trend. So that if price is on the trend, price is buying, and a scenario that price is buying, and now price tends to give us a reversal. It means price needs to end the buy to give us a safe reversal. That's what I put here, reversal, right? If it's in a pull trend and price on to what? And it means that the pull is bearish, right? But now price is not buying a little. It means price needs to end the current buy to now give you the sell. That will become what the reversal and or become the main trend, right? Not the reversal. The reversal is the one on very small buy, but on the pull trend, price needs to end the price to give you a sell. So let me give you an example. So it will not be just all the amounts. So example is what happened today, right? This is happened today, right? So let's see. So this was today. It was today, right? Yeah. So this was today. That can do. And what can we see? We can see that we are bearish, right? We are still bearish, right? We have the breakout. So we see price tested that point. We have a testing formation. Let me use an example. Okay, this key level was tested, right? Key level tested. We have the breakout. Breakout is a continuation, right? And the next point of liquidity or for continuation is this liquidity constant. This is liquidity, right? So we have a breakout of a level. What do you expect price to do? Give you a reversal to continue to take out the next liquidity, right? So what Asia came in process give us a strong low by showing buying. So buying up to that point, the eye was still stagnant. Price did take out the eye, right? We acted on the week of this eye, which means that our range actually cut this point. So not be let me cut this point. So so this was it's more be explanatory. So this is the top of the day, right? So how do you explain, let's say on chat, how do you explain this? You have to explain it based on what price is coming from. You have the recent breakout price as well as recent breakout to the downside because we had the part of a rejection of this open close so many times. Oh, let me draw it properly. This will happen today on chat. So we have price tested 1, 2, 3, and a breakout. After a breakout, it was a continuation. So they shall give us the reversal of that scenario. And the reversal was clear. What can you see? Price was took out a strong liquidity point, came here, took out another liquidity high, right? You can see we acted on a POI on this week reaction. So now the top candle wanted to buy again, but reacted on that same point. We actually take out the high. What is the price? And started rejecting. So what did it give you? The same clue that okay, price needs to what? To sell off, right? Rejecting. So what is the price to do? Give you your money there. Because of what structure this breakout already has given you that you have a continuation of the set to take out the nearest liquidity. Right? This is basically structure. You take out the liquidity, right? And what? Continue to take out the next liquidity. And immediately price take out this low, you saw the reversal back. The immediate price take out the low because of the structural formation. This is structure. Now, why I tell people, most people that you have to understand basically structure. Structure is very, very key when doing the candle. You don't have to negate structure, even though what price tends to do is particular time, is for that particular time. Also know how the structure formation is being done. Right? Because from here you can't see where price is coming from. Let's say we add come look at this stuff here. See, we have price start from this 3 level, yeah, and we have liquidity. Price give us a break out this high as liquidity. If this break out as liquidity, there will be a continuation of the buy because this buy is more valid. Why? Because it's reacting from a key level that also you see that key level was rejecting twice. So you can't tell me it was a breakout of that point. The first time rejection, second time rejection, third time rejection. What is the price to do? That level is being rejection and reacted from what? A liquidity week. So from the formation of this that happened today, it was a continuation of the set, right? You have the recent breakout that did the what? Reversal. Right, you can see did the reversal that the top candle continue. So what do you think what price is doing? What's the tension of price here from what we wrote here? Let me show you. So what's the rotation of price from what we wrote here? So you can see first I told you first continue. So for what the price did, what the price do? Price has to what? You have to what? End the current structure and give us the new structure, which is the main structure, the sell. Right? It was buying. The top candle was buying, started rejecting. What they expect us to do? End the current buy to give us a new structure. And the structure of this structure is the main structure. That is a set of formation. Right? And before you know, price to the structure up to the downside. And many price look at the liquidity, you have price move to the upside. Right? That's how if you check what happened also on, let's see, the same thing on Tuesday, right? On Thursday, let me clear all these parts. Let's clear this. Let's clear this part. So the same thing on Thursday. What can you see on Thursday? We have what? The Asia prices was top candle on Thursday. Yesterday, we have price. The top candle was around here, right? This is the top candle of the day. This is the blue candle of the day that was thought. So what can we see? We see price come from a liquidity standpoint, right? The structure formation tap on the key level, right? From the liquidity point, it's supposed to end with the key level, right? Key level to key level. What do you see price tends to do? It broke out again. The level that got tested came here. Price is broken. If you align it to somewhere, you can see that price broke out on a very good point that got tested, and you see the breakout to the downside. Now, what do you see the top candle did? The top candle what? Took out liquidity, right? Took out liquidity, and what? It was buying. It was going off a buy. Why it was buying, it was rejecting, right? Why price was buying as a reversal, it started rejecting all this key level. You can see. The same level that price broke out, it started rejecting. What do you expect price to do? Is to what? A set continuation, right? Because now the same breakout is the downside. It still can do. So what do you expect price? What is the rule here? End the current structure to give you a new structure. This is the main structure, right? This also end the what the buy. So you see that price, how the price open. Price, this was the open of the candle. Price open from this candle and what took out liquidity, then sold off. So it's opened by what ending the buyers, right? By taking out liquidity, which is our formation. The first thing we do every day is that if for our entry model, you know that liquidity is the main thing to be taken out. The main thing price tends to do is take out liquidity. That's how we look for entries, right? But from the 4 hours, you can see that we already know what price is going to do. The intention, you need to have a one bias so that when you come to your 30 minutes, you don't start looking for so much, oh, is price buying, or is price selling. No, from the 4 hours, you need to be sure, you need to be at least 80% or 70% that, okay, now my bias is that I really want to buy. And what I'm looking for is buy. If you are wrong, okay, fine. The next day, come again. But the main thing that make sure you stick to one bias at time. Don't say, okay, oh, price is giving out a buy. Oh, price stop me out. Okay, now let me to sell. Even though you got stop out and you miss the trend, try to learn to pay attention to what price did. Show your eyes, see that. Maybe so another time, come and decide once. You have to have that. Oh, I want to. You have decided. You have that emotional decision to take. The main thing is to be able to decide at once, make the clear decision. Oh, I want to buy. Let me buy from this. That is what that is how it's been given. So you can see from the top candle on yesterday to after price had given us a breakout, the open close that got tested, give us a breakout. The top candle give us what a reversal. And what do we see? The first hint, the second hint that price tend to do was to end the current buys. So people bought from this angle. So as the candle open, as this candle open, this first candle open, it started buying from this point, open from here, right? Started buying, but after it took out liquidity, it came back and into the main trend to sell off. Why? Because the main trend of the market was to sell, not to buy. But you see that the intention of the market is that you need to know whether price is continuing a structure or ending a current structure to give you a new structure. And basically, we have to structure the market. Like I said, you have the main structure. Is either buy or sell. Is that you want to buy in the market or you want to sell in the market? You don't have to choose, okay, should I buy? Will I sell? No. Is that you buy or you sell? So if you don't make a decision in the market, you cannot be able to make money based on this decision, right? So even with this was Thursday, let's see what happened already. The same thing. Same thing, making decision on what price is trying to sell. So this was Wednesday. The same thing. This was the third candle, right? How do you explain what happened on Wednesday? Was a sell also, right? You can see on on Wednesday was a buy, right? So you can see what price did. Price was already what? Price was already. See, now look at what price was doing from the Asia. It started from a key level, right? Asia was coming from a key level, and it was a key level here. So Asia, look at what Asia did. Asia was coming from a key level, it's supposed to be a key level, but it didn't. It started as liquidity. It started rejecting. I cannot just say price is rejecting now. Let me just start buying. I have to know what price is going to do next. This is coming from a key level. The next point of price, okay, let me cut so that you guys can understand. This is half of the market. So this was it. Can you see? So what can we see? So you see price. Okay, the top candle. Okay, the next candle it was top candle. So this was the top candle, right? So price come from a key level. Asia came here. The top candle tapped on the key level, right? Can you see? Started rejecting. So the top candle has end the movement and started rejecting. So what's the put trend? The put trend is to the upside because we have a breakout here, right? A sweep. We have price give us from a key level here. We have the recent breakout. This is a level that price tested and as sponsored the sell. We have the breakout. Price came again, tap on a key level, took out liquidity. Liquidity was taken. What do you expect? Price as the top candle started rejecting, tap on that key level, ended the what? The sales already and started rejecting by giving us a price signal. So what do you expect price to do? Continue the structure, continue the main structure, which is the buy. and you can see our price bought to the upside, right? You can see our price bought to the upside. That view. So this candle alone has given you an entry for price to really just buy, take out the nearest liquidity of the eye, right? So there was many price rejected from here. There was price created at entry around this point at this opening, and we see the breakout to the upside. From the 4 hours, you have to go. The same thing happened on Tuesday, on Monday. Okay, on Tuesday was a buy. You can see the same thing. Price was coming from a key level, right? From the Asia, took out liquidity, tap on the key level. The top candle was here. So let me explain this. Let me explain this top candle, right? On this day. So top candle was on this day too. I'm not talking about our entry model because entry models are nothing, but understand how the 4 hours work is very, very important. Now, this was the top candle of this day too. You can see from the how we explain this price coming what from the 4 hours, we have price taking out liquidity, giving us a strong Asia light, tapping from a key level. Where will price end to? Price has to end on a key level, right? By taking out liquidity also. So liquidity to liquidity. So price take out internal liquidity, where will price look for external liquidity, but it needs to end with a key level because it's coming from a key level, right? From the Asia. So from the top candle, what see price? We see price also rejecting from a key level, right? So we saw our price broke. So the Asia broke up a phase of this formation, right? It broke up the first from this formation. Also, from this was a strong point here to confirm their buy for that day. This was a strong formation, right? Because you can see, I think this was this. You can see our price tested that point, tested, broke out. It came here to close with the body. You make price close to the body. You see our price reverse. Now, what can we see here? What do you think price tends to do from the top candle? What's the intention? What can you see from your buyers? Price buying, we had a breakout of a level. The top candle was bearish, right? It's bearish. Starting from a main key level too. What do you think price is going to do from here? End the current sell to give it the new structure. That is the main structure of the buys, right? So you want to end the current sell off to give you because of this bearish candle is coming with. You have to what? Give you a buy, and that's how price opened. Price opened with a bearish candle, took out liquidity on the 30-minute and what we have price buy to the upside, and that's what price did. You can see price took out liquidity, internal liquidity, and sharp price buy take out the nearest liquidity. Also tapping the main what point of what key level. What do you see? Boom, key level formation, the exit point. Can you see? So that's just it. Price tends to just come to what? Repeat itself, right? Repeat itself over time. It's just that. The same thing on Monday, right? Let me take this out. I'm showing you the reason why I'm keeping this thing here is to also tell you to show you how the process still works. That it's just two intention. You have the continuation. Now I think on Monday was a continuation. So let's see. Monday is not Monday was a continuation. I think was it yes, continuation, not even the second. So let's see what happened on Monday. So I'm just showing that why I'm keeping that to say that it's what is from the intention of what prices tend to do is what we are looking at every day. So now on Monday we can see this was on Monday, right? So let me cut out on Monday. From right, it was Monday, right? So on Monday, come to the chart to see price taking out liquidity from the opening, liquidity, liquidity, and what can you see? We have price gave you was a breakout. So price tested this point. So look at this formation. Look at the breakout. So many things. 1, 2, 3, and price broke out by the Asia, right? Now, what do you see the top candle did? The top candle was doing the reversal. It took out liquidity, right? External liquidity. Came here, took out internal liquidity. Tap on that same key level. Did it tap on that same key level? No, it didn't tap, but took out liquidity. Yeah, just took out that eye, right? It took out liquidity, started rejecting, right? So at this point, what do you think price is going to do? So price as what give us a structural formation. Now, from the intention of what price to do, you see price taking out liquidity, and from the versa, you see price to what? To end this current what buyers, right? So give us the main trend that is a sell off. So how the price open, you can see price open from that formation here, took out liquidity from this point, and you can see how price dump to the downside. It dumped so much that day. Dumped so much on that day. And let me see an example of continuation. I want to give you an example of continuation. This first one, I think an example of continuation, yeah, is this one. Yeah, this is an example of continuation. So this was on Thursday last week, right? You can see our price sweep, you had a breakout, the top candle. So from the top candle, what can you see? All right. So let me explain this. What happened on Thursday? This is an example of continuation. Price swept, give you a strong low, give you a breakout, top candle broke out too. As many the top candle broke out by what closing off the body, right? Did it close off the body? I think let's see from the bigger picture sweep. It was a breakout of these levels, right? So the breakout was of these levels. See, look at it. The level that got tested so many times, tested 1, 2, 3, broke out, broke out. Many price broke out. What do you expect price to do? Continue the structure. And see, it's more valid. Price swept from the Asia low, give us a strong low, give us a minor breakout. The top candle gave the breakout. This is the top candle of the day. It gave the breakout of levels that people are paying attention to. People that do more people that trade more resistance and support, just that poor resistance support, because of this level that is got tested many times, they are sure that price is going to sell from this point. They are sure. See how price tested that point. They are sure that price is going to buy from sell from this side to take out this point. They are sure because look at how price that level was tested many times. But funny enough, my own top candle broke it for them. I mean, come to the chart after the top candle closes. I just know that it's a continuation for me, right? Because price has tend to what to do as give us the breakout of the intention that price needs to continue the structure, right? Continue that is the main structure. Now, this is not even continue the main structure. The structure is what a buy, right? A buy, a buy. So you can see how price continue the buy to take out the nearest liquidity. That's just it. Understanding the formation of how price tends to work repeatedly over time. So if you check something like also BTC, let's just look at another pair of like so that you have some understanding. BTC, let me copy this so that let me copy this. Take it to BTC, USD. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Tanya, can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Thank you. So this is BTC, right? So let me copy this. Maybe this. So okay. So this is BTC. I've pasted this. So like what happened today? Let's see what happened today on BTC. Check the chat. So let's see. Let's just go through. So let me cut out this part so to explain to see the structure of what price tends to do. This was top candle, right? So okay. Right coming from a good level, right? There's a good key level. I will let me mark this point. I think it should be serve. Yes, nice one. Level tested, boom, tested, pass us from a key level. And price broke again is a good point of key level, right? What the share price will do continue, right? Continue to sell off to a certain point, right? So a certain key level formation. I think the next key level formation should be these points. Right. Or this. So that should be the nearest key level that price should come in. Or this. No. Okay. So this point is a good point too. So this is liquidity. The price will come and tap on that key level. So, but let's put our target on these 2 points. So, but from the same formation, you can see that price it tends to do is to what continue this as it. So, what the price tends to do, you can see, price came back to the formation, took out liquidity, and was sold off. So, let's see if price sold off on 30 minutes, tap on that key level. Yep. You can see. Nice one, nice. So let's see and cut this part. So price went back to the main source, took out liquidity, and then we have just 1, 2 that caused a breakout. When it caused a breakout, you can see our price pull off. Like what model the price is today? Let's see what model price tends to do today. Because this was being that being this point or this point. Okay. All right. So this level that price tested so many times, that was where price tends to do. The had price sweep, but most people will not be able to see this model because it was very, very tiny. Just imagine price making, because also me, I'll pay attention to this level, right? That price should close below. But you see how price sweep, there was a 2 consecutive candle that caused the breakout. This was model 2 playing out very, very clearly. Model 2 playing out, which we have our entry. And see how price integrate the exit point that you plan for. Our exit point was that key level we planned for, cut above the high. Exit point was the key level we planned for. The key level was that same point, right? And that was 153. Price tends to do, you can see. Before price reversed, we had price take profit first. But on the 30 minutes already, on the 4 hours, we already know that our direction was to look for sales. Even though price was buying, once you can know your direction, price was buying. So good that if you're someone that is very, or you can say price took out liquidity here and model 2, you want to buy from here now. You already knew from the higher time frame that you are buying. If price is against you, price can give you your bias, even though it's against you. Price can give you anything. But the main thing that you must be at least focus on the bias you already had in mind on the hours. Whatever bias you had on the 4 hours, because that's where your confidence comes in. Any bias you have on the 4 hours, focus on it. Don't try to, the price is changing the bias, I'm seeing something here on 30 minutes. No. Whatever it gives you on the 4 hours that you have decided to do, pay attention to it. Stick to it and say, okay, this is what I want to pay attention to. This is how I'm looking for a sell. And if I cannot wait for the sale for that day, I move on, because looking at what price tends to do at the end of the day, it was late. But this was still even in New York, so it was not even late. This was around in New York. So it was not even late. So waiting for this price to come here, that is waiting for 4 hours candle. So what the price did here, it made it to wait for another extra 4 hours. And what came back and did the main trend, took out liquidity and give you the same thing. So most of the time you can I tell one of my students or private sessions that most of the time you can decide the price will make you wait for extra 4 hours for you to print the exact thing you want to do. Or it can happen immediately. Yours is to know what price is going to do, sticks to it. Like have the intention that I'm sticking to what price is saying. And eventually the price is going to do what you want it to do. You can see after price hit the target, you can see the reversal, and you can see price just reverse up the outside. But for you, you're taking your profit from here already. You're taking what price is going to stay. You should take your own money and out of the market. Whatever price did here, this buy doesn't concern you. Another day you will see a good trade that can have a good buy. But see, in the market, everybody trade differently. But you need to understand your model. I come to the market to look for an entry model at this social time. And price tends to give me, and I'm out of the market. Most times it can be 1 to 5, most times it can be 1 to 3. Make sure that you have a constant risk reward for price to do. And most of the time, 1 to 3 is always pay out more than 1 to 5. If it's a put trend, the price will give you 1 to 5. But most of the time, The ideal risk reward is 1 to 3 over time. Being tested and proven over time. So before price is going to take you out, you must have given 1 to 3. So you need to know what price is doing for the 4 hours. Let's see an example again. What happened yesterday? Okay, this was yesterday. So let's let's see what happened. Let's explain what happened yesterday too on BTC. So this was yesterday price action. All right. So let me cut this aspect. All right. So let's cut. This was top candle. So let's cut this aspect. No, this is top candle. So let's cut it. Let's cut this top candle. So let's cut this part. All right. So what can you see from top? This chart on this day? What can you basically see? So you see price coming from what? In the relative point, we have price giving a breakout already from the Asia. But this top candle, what can you see? Price liquidity. If you tap on this key level, you tap on the key level. Yeah, you tap on that key level. So we have the key level. Price tap on the key level gives you a breakout, right? A breakout, right? What is the price to do? End to a key level. And where is the nearest key level price tends to end? The nearest key level it's around here. It's the nearest key level. It's around here. So what does the price do? Continue the entry to the year to year. So if price tends to give you an entry to continue the buy to sell. So look, this is an example of price give you number two. Number two is that continuation, right? This is an example of price give you continuation, right? Continuation of the nation for price to give us a continuation. I think that what price did. It didn't, yeah. Okay, price didn't get that. Okay. We get there later. But let's see how the price reacts to this point. Okay, this is a good key level too. Right, so let's see in 30 minutes entry. Let's see the entry that price is on 30 minutes. Oh. So we add price. You can see. Right, okay. Okay. I've seen something. I've seen something. Very clear. I've seen something very clear. I've seen something very clear. So you're correct that price is mitigating this point. But see something. The key level that was close to it was, let me take out this point. So key level close to it was where price used. So look at this key level. I mark this point, but see the one more valid. You can see the key level that got tested, validated, still got manipulated by entries here. That is where the price is. So this was the more key level. So what did you say price is? Price was coming from the liquidity from a key level. Price should end with the key level. So what the price do? Price ended the key level formation. So as part of opening on the what on the first candle, it ended the what the key level. So it didn't give us entry for sales, right? We just went straight to TP. So you can see there's no entry for sale. You just went straight to the TP of that entry. And what I think what we did here was the reversal. So let me show you. So on the 4 hours on model, let me give you the stuff again. So we know that price needs to what end the current structure to give you new structure. Is that main structure or the reversal? On this scenario, what do we see? Price took out liquidity, tap on the key level. The next key level close to it was this point, more valid. It's a valid key level. Can you see? More valid key level. That was the nearest point of the futures. So what is the price do? So is it that price give us an entry? What is the price to do? Continue the sales, give us entry from here, take out liquidity, then sell off. Or it's either it end because the exit is closed. It's either it end the sell and give us a reversal of buys, right? That is it. So that which is what the model did. Number two, end the current structure to give us a new structure. It's that now this is not the main trend, this is now the reversal. Reversal is the bias because you cannot say you want to buy to take out this high. No, it's not possible. You want to buy to take out a liquidity formation, just a liquidity, right? So that was the intention of price. This one, price was ordered to what? End the sell and took out the buy. So what do you see price? So there was no entry for the sell. So price was rejecting of that key level. So what as somebody that price reject from a key level and close, what do you expect price to do? The next point of liquidity is price taking out liquidity. It targets the next point of liquidity, the I, right? The I and also the liquidity formation. At least this was a liquidity which price react at this point. So at least this point, this is where you look for a TP zone around this liquidity point where your TP will be. So what do you see price do on 30 minutes? What model played on 30 minutes? So you can see the model played very, very close. So we can see by 9:30, I mean 10:30 price swept, gave us a sweep and give us two consecutive candles, 1, 2, that give us a breakout of this open close, right? A breakout. And what do you expect? What do you see? As far as give us a breakout, what do you see next? Before the breakout, you can see more. Because before the breakout, you can see that at that point there are reactions from that zones, right? There are reaction from that zones, reaction from the entry point. So when you pick your entry, again, you pick your entry at this same open close or this level here. This is a good level here. This was a level that got evaluated up and down, and you can see that was a good entry point. So let me remove all this so you can see very clearly. This is a good level. Sorry, a good level that aligns with this point here. That aligns to this point here. This point here. So let's pick that level and see how price is going to move from that point. So liquidity 1 to 3. This is a reversal. Let's expect price to go far. So what do you see price tends to do? You can see price integrated. You can see how price it's TTP. So we add price. What do you see price there? Price gives us an inducement. Sweep a breakout. Before the breakout, we have rejections. You can see how we have rejections of. Even for me, safe, I will not even take this trade because there's imbalance here. So I'll be afraid to take this trade because price can have to come back to this point. So, but the idea is that before this breakout, there was rejections. If they pick this level, or we are being mistrade of that level, but I think very, very clear. This level here was very, very clear. And sharp price. So price came back to the entry formation again. That same point took out liquidity and sharp price mitigated. But the logic I'm trying to explain, this is not the entry models class. I'm trying to explain the same logic that price tends to do is that price tends to continue or price tends to continue a structure or end the current structure to do a universal. And that will happen on this day. Yes, on Thursday, yesterday. Sorry. On Thursday on BTC, you can see how price you have price come from the key level, it ended the key level, and what you expect price to give us a reversal, which is happened. That was end the structure to give you a new structure, and this one was not made trend, it was reversal. You can see that is just it. These are things that occur every day. Look at this buy. The reason why price, but I knew when this buy was happening on Tuesday. Tuesday on here, Tuesday. This buy, I was buying gold on no, yes, I was buying gold on this day on CPI that this buy to occur on BTC. So it's the same logic. How did I get the logic of the buy? The same thing. Price was coming from what? Price was coming from a key level on BTC and price tested this point. You have a strong low because this point took a location internally. This is a strong low that price created back on a key level. So the top candle, see top candle did. So price was coming from a key level and it's supposed to end with a key level, right? So we have price coming from a key level here, and even from the other candles, price came from a key level, right? So immediately price tap a key level. Even though I saw price getting from key level, I knew price will do something. We had a breakout. attack from a key level, give us a breakout of a levels that got tested severally. So the second candle gave us an hint of what price is going to do. So what the third candle did, the third candle took out external liquidity. External liquidity, or what? For us take out what? Internal liquidity and buy, right? So what do you expect us to do? End the sell. So price was coming from a sell formation. Price was coming from a sell. So price was selling down to this down. And what is price to do? It ended the sell by what? Look at it. For price to sell, it has to what? It has to for price to sell. Sorry, I might move my indicator. For price to sell, it has to what? It's for price to sell. It's open from here, took out liquidity, and we have price buy to the upside. So is it that this two intention of price is very important on the hours. You need to pay attention to it. These are things what price is doing. Is it that price continue a structure, which is the main or a reversal, or it end a current structure to give you a new structure? Is that a main or reversal? So on this day, price was coming from a key level, right? Key level formation, we have price start from a key level again from the Asia that give us a breakout of this zone here. These are zones. These are key levels that have price tested severely. There was a breakout before the third candle, right? Which gives us a clue that we have to what? We have to buy. Another clue was that the third candle took out external structure on 30 minutes and started reversing. What did it give you? You need price to end for price to continue the buy, you need to end the sell by taking out liquidity for the buy. And you see immediately price bought. I think the entry model on this day was a breakout, right? I think what was the entry model? This was the entry model on this day. So by 9:30 was there. So this was the entry model. Price swept, give us a breakout 1, 2. What do you expect price to do? Consecutive breakout across the breakout. That was the entry, and share price indicated that point, and CPI came to what? Boom, BTC. The same thing that happened on gold on that day too. CPI came to gold bought on that same day, right? So we have price to call liquidity, and we have because it was the since I knew that CPI was coming, it's a long buy, so you just have to, at least you also pay your TP. Your stop loss is still target. TP can be open because news is coming to news is a catalyst to what price is going to do. Once you're in the right direction, news will just come to help you. It comes to help you. But once you're in the wrong direction, it's a great against, right? But if you're in the right direction, after you're in the right direction and you are already in the chart before news comes, once you're in the chart before news comes in and you're in the right direction, it helps. It just to calculate, just to help you to move. But once you're in the wrong direction, to help you to go to the other side of the market, right? That's just it. Talking about BTC, I talk about I've explained SAUSD, I explained BTC, explain how these two intention of price, this is what price tends to do. These are the two things. This I come to the market every day. I'm looking for is that price is continuing a structure that is already down or ending a structure to give me a new structure. So is it that price is buying that I want to continue to buy based on my candle formation. So understanding how the third candle works is understanding the candle. How you can understand that is be able to understand third candle anatomy, right? How this candle anatomy, understanding the open, the close, the high, the low. So open, close, open. How the candle anatomy is the open, high, low, close, right? So let's say we have a candle here. This candle is a bullish candle, right? How did the bullish candle open? You open from the down here, right? It gives us a low. As price open from down, it gives us a low, right? After giving us a low, it moves, it gives us an high, then a close, right? It comes here and close. That's just it. So if understanding how candle anatomy works gives you an edge on how price tends to do in the market when it comes to because now this is not After understanding your structure formation, like where price is coming from, where is price reacting, the next thing you should know what candle is displaying and what does it explain to give you a new direction of the market. So this is how to navigate. Once you understand first, you need to continue a structure. Once in a structure, this candle formation here helps you either bearish or so in a bearish scenario you can see you can in a bearish scenario you have price what open from here, give you your high, come here, give you your low, then close, right? The same thing. In a this scenario, you have price give you your open, you have your low, and you have your high, you have your close. That's just it. Right? Price tends to repeat each of these. So you can see when you have price like what happened on this day that we have price extremely high, rejected. So you see it's what the price did here. What happened before the sell off? Price bought, right? It's opened from here, right? It didn't just start selling. We can't sell it because he opened both. He bought this point, started rejecting, took out liquidity, close, right? It's closed. Understand? It opened from here, but started rejecting, give us a bearish scenario, then close with it. Give us a low and close. So that's what price did. And what can you see? For us to continue, it gives us an intention that price needs to what? End this current set based on taking out external liquidity from here. So this area. The next thing to take out internal liquidity. So what? Continue the formation and do BTC. This was on Tuesday, right? Same thing on Monday. So on Monday on BTC too, you can see. Let me take out. On Monday on BTC, the top candle was here, 5 o'clock, right? And what can you see? I think I did a, I did a review with my students about this. Price took out liquidity and we had a breakout, right? And what you see the top candle, it's what it took out liquidity, right? So first our structure was bearish, right? You see we have a bearish scenario come to the chart. Now the top candle took out what do you expect price to do? It took out the external low, came back based on your concept of what the conditions of the top candle. You want to continue the structure. So now top candle is coming with a buy signal. What do you expect price to do? End the current structure to give
Hello? Yeah, hello. We can't hear you anymore. Oh shit, it's network. Yeah. I guess it's having network issues. They just wait on the call. We'll be back soon.
like I think you guys hear me. All right. Sorry, there was a network
Yeah, yeah,
glitch.
can hear you.
So so you see that price so what do you expect price to do here is what end the current structure. It was a new
Your
structure.
screen. Sorry, your
And what the
screen.
price did sorry, my screen was off. So let me let me share my screen again. Alright. So you can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes,
Can you see my
yes.
screen? So
Yeah,
what
yeah,
did you price is
yes.
look at liquidity and what it end the current buys and what you see how price look at the internal liquidity and see how price should to the main trend in the market. Yeah. So understanding first, like I said last week I told you that last week. Sorry, I said last week the first thing price we tend to do is to understand structure and I think there are more videos I'm going to on my channel on YouTube. I'm going to upload it on my channel. And next week I'm doing a next week we are having what a live session and you can share and invite your people. The flag is already posted on the chat, right? So we have structure. We have structure. First thing to understand is structure. Second thing to understand is liquidity. third thing to understand is your POI. Your POI is your key level. So key levels are normal POIs, or levels, 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 levels. And once one can understand all this, aligning to the top candle is very, very logical, right? It's very, very, it's not the main thing, because what does this thing do is that it combines this all together into a simpler form, right? Into a simpler form. And it's based on logic. So it's something that repeats itself. So, and logic is something that you can see that, oh, price tends to do and to repeat itself always. So social repeat and POI, your POI, these are basically the main thing. And so structure is, your bias. Okay, I want to buy, I want to sell. All right. Structure is the market is okay. I want to buy, I want to sell. Liquidity is, oh, price has taken out liquidity as price has taken out a old high or a low, based on the fact that, okay, price has taken out people that want to buy from this point or sell from this point. Meanwhile, money is liquidity is when meanwhile people are stop losses are that price has taken, right? That gives you an edge in the market. Once you can understand that aspect of liquidity, next thing that, okay, key level is where price was tends to react to make a decision. What are key levels? Key levels are the points where price makes decision from. So price tap a key level. What does price tends to do there is to make decision. Either you buy or sell. So key level are point of decision making. Key level, key zone, supply and demand is the same thing. That's the same thing. But so they are just basically main definition. That's not the main thing. But they having to understand all this into the same simpler form while you started Forex. So Forex, remember when we started financial market, talk about candles. That thing they talk about open, high, low, close. It's not bringing me back to understand that you have to understand that when as price open, this candle opens and close like this, based on structure and liquidity together, a certain price to give us more buys, right? That's just it. So top candle is just an extension of what price there is to do. And one is that price continue a structure. So it can be a main structure that price is continue, or a reversal price is continue, or price tends to end the current structure to give you a new structure. So it means if price is buying before you came to the market, and based on your seat on what the top candle has given you, is that you wanted the price, you wanted one price to end the buys, so it can now give you a sell. And it can be a reversal, it can be a push. The main thing that you know your buyers are looking for. Once you can know your state of buyers, you are just have your bias in mind. Is that if you get stop out, if it is against you, you go back, learn it, see why you missed it, picture it, have it in your journal. Journal, okay, this is for I need perfection to this thing. Then over time, you begin to see it also in that manner. You get what I'm saying? So like I explained on today on the SAUSD chart, what price is today, that is also a very important. You see very clearly that price was tends to sell off from that point, because from the structure already giving us, it was bearish and already wanted to what end the current buy to give us the self formation, which is the main trend to take out the nearest liquidity. Right? That is just it. So that will be this like an hour plus on this session. Is there a question so that I can know the end session tonight to next week Friday? Any question from anyone? Let me check. Any question? Okay. Oh, you want to speak? Okay, let me allow to speak of it. You can speak. You can speak of it. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, boss.
I agree.
All right. I'm so sorry I came in late, but then my gold today, I had a bias, a bullish bias, and then
Yeah,
even although right now when you look at it, price still followed, but it swept me, gave me a loss today.
yeah.
Before going in my
I
direction,
explained.
there was
I explained. I think that
we're
was
still
first.
on Bitcoin.
That's the first thing I explained earlier. The first thing I
Okay.
explained on this. But let me see if I can do that before trying to finish up. So I'm going for night. So let's see if I can give an intervention. Okay, fine. So, all right. So you can see why we're really looking for a set. It's very, was very, very clear. I think this was it. Okay, now let me take out um, everything. So, all right.
Yeah.
So why were we looking for a set? I was trying to explain intention of what price tends to do, and coming here, you also watch the video you can see. But let me just explain it severally again. So from what price? Okay, let's cut this. Let's cut. So you can see this was the top candle. All right. So you can see the top candle day. So basically, come to the chart on this day, and you see what prices tend to do. Well, where is the recent breakout? Right, recent breakout first. Price is buying before you came, right? And which is ideally for you to you want to say because there was a breakout, say help price to buy. But why is there rejection of this point? That's one thing to put in consideration right on chart. Secondly, is that the main structure was bearish. How? Look at the structure. You have the price come from the key level, right? You have price what tested this point formation, and you have the breakout. Whenever you see a breakout, right? Whenever you see a breakout of a level, price tends to come, it will take out internal liquidity to give you to the formation of continuation to the next point of liquidity. And this was which was this formation here. That was a low. That was the next target for low. Because after this formation of this breakout and price reversing, right? Already. So what the Asia did to London, from Asia from to the top candle was to give you a reversal. And from what you can see here, it's rejecting from the I told you that the price candle breakout, once you see price rejected from a week like this, there's a period there price rejects on the lower time frame. But that's not even the bond contention. Why do you see price rejecting from these levels? Right? Say value. This is a strong level. Price the strong level that so the first rejection manipulation was there. Now price rejected 1 2. So the top count tries to break it. If this top count have closed above the body, I will say we had a continuation because that's a more valid level for me. Right? But because we had a very same level and the top candle is significant, it's really close above it. Price is always clear. But most as humans we are born to make mistakes. We are always bound because but when we go back to check and say, you pick this note, next time you have to, okay, let me confirm. Can you see me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes.
you.
So after this breakout here, what justified this sell-off was this formation here. Was this strong killer? We can see the rejection here. Price even still get other point. This formation to still justify it because this was a manipulation here that occurred. I told you that price cannot go deeper into a key level. Once price goes deeper into a key level, that level is not yet used. What we call use level and touch levels. Touch levels are levels that price manipulates. Use level are levels that price used to for a direction. Because a level that is touched it doesn't mean it's used, right? Because every touch level is manipulation. This is manipulation price test will be here. If you went deeper, the key level is a point where price takes decision. Price just stand and move. When you see price enter a key level, just know it at the point in the future to come back. Might not come back. Just remember this was yesterday. It didn't come back immediately. It came back the next day, right? At least in the future, it can be next 1 hour or next 4 hours or next 8 hours. And that's the future, right? It's future. So it will come back there again. So you can see the next day, which was today, price came to that point. The first one rejected that point, closed below. It came against that point, rejected going to the downside. What does the price to do? Continue. It's give you a sign that okay, it's sent to continue to take out the next liquidity. And push it has done. Push what Asia soon have done something that is very clear. So what the Asia did, Asia took out a low, right? Took out liquidity. It came out, liquidity took out another liquidity again. And what do? You tap on a zone here. So you tap on a zone here, took out internal. So it has already did a procedure of liquidity to liquidity already. So you took out this low. So how did the candle open? But now let's see the candle. So you see how the candle anatomy makes sense here now. So you have the price buying from you. So what do you see as part of buy? Where is the opening of this candle? Or this buy? Opening, right? Buy, price open from here. Took out liquidity first, move again, took out the high liquidity, they rejected, right? So it already did a move of down to up and tap on it on this zone here. So now the candle just came and what try to what in what do you call it, induce buyers that, oh, I want to buy. But the logic is, see, even attention to it, is still rejected from the formation of this key zone at that point. So if you check the line chart, very clear. You see that, you can see that it didn't close with a body. So when the next candle came in, the fourth candle came in, that is when price now close with a body downward. Should now give you what, a A-shaped key level that move. But after that, price now move to the upside. But the ideal thing was what, the sell-off that happened there, took out liquidity, then it sold off to take out the nearest liquidity. You can see when it took out that low, can you see the reversal? It took out that low as liquidity. That was the next point of liquidity. Immediately took out it, and today is Friday. It took out it, price just reversed. And you can see the entry model price tends to do. It was very clear. Entry model was very, very short, very clear from the structure that which was our first model. Very, very clear model that price did today. You can see by 12:30, upon 12:30, we have to see price swept. Yeah, this was 11:30, right? Price just give a breakout. So 12:30 sweep, we have price close to the body. I can see our price sold from this point to the slow. You can see sell off, you just tap. Yeah. Hope you understand right now. Confident.
Yeah. I'll go over the recording again, but it's fine.
Uh,
Today's my bad day.
uh, uh, you just have to
Yeah. Sorry.
just have,
Good evening.
yeah, Daniel, me too.
Okay, so my own bone of content about the talker contention again. I was expecting price to go lower actually below that
Okay.
low because I entered the sell, but I got stopped out. I don't know why it rejected from that point. I was expecting to go to take out that last low before the
Why
reversal.
why why would you not reject from last? Why would you not reverse from that point? Liquidity this was a drop of liquidity to it because why we because do you know why this price is still standing here? This low is still standing here. It's coming from this one is coming from a point of interest on the daily, right? So that's why that low is still standing. That's why this low is still standing. It's a daily.
Yeah. Hello? Hello?
I think he's having network issues, Danny.
Issue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Can you
Yes,
hear me?
yeah.
So this was a daily
Yes.
low. This was a daily low. So we didn't expect price to just come here once. This was the ideal low. This is another old low. And old low was very clear. So if you check the day time frame, you can see price was coming from. Let me show you. Day time frame, you can see price was coming from a key level, right? A key level, or should use key level. Let's take a liquidity formation here. Let's go from liquidity formation and give us a breakout. There was no sign of liquidity, but let's say internally here, price rejected the same zone and took out same liquidity. drawn on liquidity, but on the 4 hours was really clear. So the 4 hours was very clear because recent breakout to the downside. This was the nearest liquidity formation for price, not this one. This is a big low. And today is Friday. Today is Friday. Price cannot just keep selling. Price cannot do a kind of push that you expect it to do on Friday. This low might still go next week, but currently this was the ideal low. For me, self, I'll not worry this low self. I'll not worry for this to be taken. For me, I will take 50% of that low. Why? Price can decide what price the price can decide to take out this liquidity and reverse. This will be my target self. This one. This is my target. Realistic. This is my target. Why? Because price can just take out this low and reverse without even taking out this one. You can see. So you have to have an idea because it's Friday. Friday price can go anyhow, but it will give you the same thing. But price will still you have to be also be conscious of where you are because year to year is already 1 to 3 days. So why am I looking? So let me show you. This was my for me. This will be my ideal low. This is my low. I won't wait for the this main low. Like I tell you, if price is on a put trend where check and you don't have a target of reversal, you cannot targeting main liquidity downside. But this is my main low. This is the main liquidity zone here. So this is high. This is my high here, and this is my low. This is my range. I don't have business with this range here. This is another low range, right? This is another low range that happened there. This is a low range that happened there. And this is from this range here. Sorry. That low is from this range. This low to this high. This is a range. Right? But the main one I'm paying attention to that price tends to give us was this range here. To continue to take out the external low. And that's what happened. Immediately took out the low. This was just a compliment to just continue. Just give it a normal fizzy. You understand? You call it fizzy. Just give it a fizzy small. But ideally, from here to here is already 1 to 3, and it's ideally 1 to 3 or 1 to 3.5. If your stop loss was, let's see, or 1 to 4. So if I'm to put my entry around this formation, so my entry is here. Stop loss ideally. Stop loss ideally stop here. What do you see? Is it ideally 1 to 4 safe? You can see.
Yeah. Now agreed finishing.
Now we finish it. So it's ideally you already chop you already see 4%. You're still looking for make it give you 10 hour. No, so that's ideally what prices we have tend to do. So it just you knowing the ideal target was this low, not even this one. This was just a fizzy for you. And also stay ideally on the 4 hours. But for me personally, maybe I see this for picking. I'm out. You understand? I'm out. Right. Because this is my target.
Yeah.
So that's just it. That's just it. That's just it.
Yeah. Sorry. So I have another question.
Alright.
Hello.
I'm too. I'm too.
Okay. So the other question is NAS. I stopped trading NAS because I don't know the price action I'm currently used to. I don't know whether it's now correlating with BTC or with gold because the way it moves these days, I deleted it. And it wants to end my life. I don't know. So now I'm
Is
focused on only gold. If I take TP on gold, if I trade NAS to collect it. So now I'm just focused on only gold. I deleted it.
it's not I've checked this price action, but let's see. Let's see based on what happened today. Let's see the candle is different. So let's see what happens today. And so the candle is and oh okay. It was a nice price action on the candle. This was a nice price action. Continuation. So did it continue today? This was Thursday. Okay, this was yesterday. Thursday, yes, did you give an entry for continuation yesterday by 3:30? Where is it? Okay, sweep body closure. Oh, nice. It gave continuation. Nice one. Sweep and body closure. Price continue to sell off. This asset, the reason why I don't really trade it like before again because by this time I'm always exhausted. And currently, you see currently they move with NASA and US. Obviously, they move to the fundamental these days. So I just focus on trading gold and BTC for now. I, I'm not really interested in all these other forex pairs and indices for now. Well, they are still the same thing, but you have to be able to study. You understand? You have to be able to understand the pair actually. If you're trading a pair, you understand the pair. So most of the time, the pair, like most of the, when I was trading now before, most times price can just move you that you miss your entry, you will force it to take you out. And most times, um, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, and most times, it give you a clean price action. Uh, but that's not
Yes, I
for today.
understand.
Let's see it in next week. Maybe I'll just do a study then next week I will give you guys show you our information because you have you spent over 1 hour 30 minutes on this call. I'm exhausted already. So that will be all for tonight. So next week we'll be here again to give just a recap of sessions and things.
Okay.
But I think next week is about you having a live next week is about having a live session on YouTube. Okay. Yeah, the way my friend and
On
brother
Monday?
no, next week Friday. No, it's a Saturday. Okay, instead of a section on Friday, so we have a section on Saturday. That's on 25th, right? Yeah, section on Saturday. I'm talking
Okay.
about. So we have trading workshop. So it's called trading workshop. So it's more. We talk more
Okay.
psychology and psychology and stuff like that. So that will be trading workshop 1.0. If you're doing that every time, once in 2 weeks, so at least in a month, twice in 2 weeks, and twice in a month.
Okay.
So that'll be all
Okay.
for uh, that'll be all for that. I'm
Okay.
sure you guys enjoy the session. Upload this on the
Yeah.
YouTube channel. You can go back and so I'll upload it by
Oh,
tomorrow. So you can go back and watch the video. All right.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So good night, everyone. Have a great night.
Yeah. Good
Right,
night.
thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, good night.